meeting. Please keep your comments or criticisms civil and courteous. Please also avoid using profanity and refrain from making personal attacks on others during your opportunity to speak. Last, we ask that you not discuss students who are not your child. Yelling, inappropriate, uncivil, or discriminatory comments will not be permitted. In the event your comment in the judgment of the presiding officer, which is myself, constitutes a complaint or charge against an employee or officer, it may be necessary for me to interrupt and ask you to stop and direct you to proceed with the school district's formal grievance process or to have the item heard in executive session, depending on the nature of the complaints. It's one topic, correct?
One topic.
You've been the designated person to speak?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Cruz. Mr. Mata, I'm sorry, can you do 5 minutes, sir? If you need more, we can go ahead and give you more than 5, just let us know. Whenever you're ready. Ready? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hello. School Board President, Mr. Eric Garcia, board members, Mr. Espinosa, Ms. Flores Guerrero, Mr. Bonilla, Ms. Young, Board Secretary, Mr. Mata, Ms. Guerrero, Interim Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Gonzalez. A notice of patrons is hereby given to you for immediate consideration to place an agenda on school board for approval or disapproval. Standing before you are not only school employees, community leaders, family members. Standing before you are the dreams and a vision of a man that is known throughout the great state of Texas as one of the best who have ever graced this wonderful state of ours. He is known as the greatest javelina of all time. His time here was filled with accolades that could not be denied. He ran in an era filled with racism, yet he persevered. His story is one of legends, yet I do not speak of his running prowess. This man was and will forever continue to be a beacon of true humility. His beloved family, closest friends, and everyone in between will tell you about the love he had for God and for sports. There was never a conversation without his famous saying, form and stride, form and stride. We come before you with a request to honor Mr. Ricardo Gallego's legacy. A servant, a mentor, a true javelina in all aspects of life. We kindly ask that you consider renaming Javelina Stadium, forever be known from this time forth as the Ricardo Gallegos Memorial Stadium. Board members, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on, number 5, special recognitions. A, Campus Teacher of the Month, and then B, Campus Student of the Month. Dr. Gonzalez?
Yeah, it's on page 6. Tomás Rivera Elementary, Angelita Vera. And for Teacher of the Month at Sabal Elementary, Jose Bermea. Benito Juarez Middle School, Romanita Urrabazo. And at Sterling H. Fly Junior High, actually, they want to recognize all the support staff. Sally Carreron, Estela Gutierrez, Juan Palomo, Rodolfo Castillo, Marta Lomas, Irma Sepúlveda, Nelda Castillo, Roselda Lopez, and Olga Velázquez. And at CrystalCity High School, Luis Hinojosa. Student of the Month, Dr. Tomás Rivera Anave, is that right? Anave, Joe Perez. Huh?
Ayani, Aslan.
No, the first one.
The first one. Anave. Lorenzo de Zavala, Ayani Astran, Benito Juarez, Lidia Morquecho, Sterling H. Fly Junior High, Jose Luna III, And Crystal City High School, Ethan Puente. I got that right. Just so before we go on, in case inclement weather, because I'm gonna be checking radar, just to let the board know that you can recess and reconvene tomorrow. So in case that happens, you know you can do that.
Sure. All right, number 6, consent action items. A, consider to approve the minutes for the April 13th, 2021 regular, April 21st, 2021 special, and April 22nd, 2021 special board meetings.
Mr. President, I'm going to ask that we set aside, we vote separately on the minutes for the April 21st special and the April 22nd special meeting.
Okay.
I believe there's some typos or errors that need to be corrected.
I'm sorry?
There's some typos or errors that need to be addressed.
Okay. Ms. Carlos, aware of that?
Mr. Buenia,
Monday.
if the corrections are made, the typos are made, then you would approve those?
Well, yes, it's a matter of votes. The voting quantity, well, actually, it's April 13th, and I believe the next one. On, if I may, if I can go there, so just point out,
Go ahead.
on action items, on the first one, on the April 13th, F,
Can you give the picture?
page 12. It says motion carried 611. I believe it should be 601. Okay.
Okay.
Other than that, there'll be no issue. On the April 21st,
It's just going to be that one, right?
yeah, for the.
April 13th. Okay.
On the 21st, on action items, let's see, yeah, action items,
What page is that, sir?
page 16. The vote says 5-0.
For A, B, or what?
All of, A, B, C, D.
Okay.
I believe it should be 6-0, if I'm correctly.
No, because Ms. Guerrero already late that day.
She had left at that point?
She arrived at 6:44. She arrived very close at the, so he did not.
Okay, all right, then I withdraw my request on that
For
one.
the 21st, what about the 22nd?
No,
You do the 22nd?
okay.
So the only correction is going to be for the 13th, for action item F, 601.
Noted.
Okay, but, okay, let me go back. It says, so did we have somebody absent on that day? Because we're normally, we were 5 at the time. Who was absent?
On the 21st, Ms.
Oh, yeah, Melissa, again, okay. Yes, now I understand. Okay. Everything's fine now.
Okay. All right, so at this point, you're okay to go ahead and get all 3? Okay, so any motion on the floor for A? Any comments?
To approve? I'll second.
You motion
To approve?
Nobody's motioned. He just wanted a correction, wanted him individually, but you don't want him no more. So we're just gonna,
Motion to approve with the A, B, C
with correction only on A.
corrections.
Okay. I got a motion by Mr. Bonilla. This is only for A.
Connection items, okay.
Yeah, it's only for A right now. So I got a motion by Mr. Bonilla. I got a second by Mr. Mata. Any comments or questions on A? All in favor, please raise your hand. Passes 7-0. All right. B, consider to approve the monthly bills for April 2021. Dr. Gonzalez?
Yeah, it's still under consideration, the consent action item, so,
Easy.
Let it remain on the consent.
Well, he approved A, B, and C.
No, it was only 8.
No, it was just a,
All his motions was said A, B, and C.
That's what I thought, so that we, with consent, we're gonna do.
Corrections.
okay with the corrections?
Yeah,
So see, take care of the bills, right?
yes.
Which one I said A on?
We're in action item.
All right, 7, my mistake. Action items, discussion, action to approve resolution 21-31, authorizing the sale of real property regarding A.1148 acre tract of land located on lot 19, block 5, Ciudad Jardín S, South Zaragoza Street in Crystal City, Texas, Zavala County, Texas. Dr. Gonzalez?
I do make that recommendation to the board. I think that we have discussed that before. So I brought it now for approval so we can sell that property.
We haven't sold it yet, right? Because it's
No,
a process.
it's going to be on the market.
So when it came to us, it was just informational item, first time.
Yeah, this is the action item, yes.
I make a motion.
A motion by Mr. Espinosa,
Second.
second by Ms. Guerrero Nora. Comments, questions? All in favor, please raise your hand. You can abstain? Motion passes 6-0-1. All right, 8A, Superintendent Report. 1, teachers hired for the 2021-22 school year. Dr. Gonzalez?
A reminder that the board did change the policy so that the superintendent is allowed to sign contracts for teachers only from April to, August. So for informational item, Efrain Eric Garcia, the contract has been signed. So I just wanted to officially inform you that Mr. Garcia will be joining the ranks for next year.
Good. Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
The only one we have right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Under the assumption that he's been vetted, everything's okay.
everything, yeah.
Any comments, questions on that one? All right, moving on to 2, Star EOC update. Dr. Gonzalez?
This is just information right now. Of course, some of the kids already taking, start testing, and some will be taking in the near future. So this is just to let you know when this is happening. And then soon that, hopefully the state will bring back information as to the passing rate and all that by in June, July. Now, remember that this year, they are going to release the overall rating, but it's not going to count towards holding any campus or district accountable. So the thing is, next year it does count, right? So for this year, it's kind of like a year that they're going to let things go because of COVID.
Okay, Dr. Gonzalez. Normally, but sometime toward the end of May, before graduation, I know the district gets a listing of who passed, I mean, it's just pass, fail for the purpose of graduation. Is there any particular date by when the district will receive that?
I didn't know that practice, but I believe the high school update tells you how many graduates they're gonna have. If you want like more detail.
Oh, because I know that, yeah, I'm sure Superintendent Churchill will give us that information. But I happen to have experienced that situation, right, when I was working at the high school. I know that the district, and of course, maybe that's why the high school gets it, they know, because then the kids that have not passed, I think they only need 1 or 2, no more than that, they can go through that IGA, that committee,
Right,
where they can still be allowed to graduate.
right.
The only way that can happen is if we get it before the end of before graduation.
So I can't tell you on that one. Sorry. Thank you, though.
Mr.
I
Gonzalez,
need to make sure that we need to get on it.
so on the ratings, for this year, they will remain the same. You're acceptable, unacceptable, you will
Correct.
be acceptable, so.
So next year is very critical, because if some of these campuses do not score high enough, then they're gonna be sanctioned for another 2 or 3 years. So, very critical. This coming year, things have to happen in order for the district to get out of trouble.
But I think it's fair that they're gonna give us the same rating, and they're not gonna take into consideration that maybe based on what we tested, we might have gone out.
I might think personally it's not fair, but the state is the state, and that's what the decision has been made at the state level.
A Cameron X acceptable.
Yeah.
But we are gonna get the results, right? The
We're
district,
gonna get the results at least for a formative assessment, right?
Yeah.
So that you can see how the kids are doing.
Pass fail is just the high school though, right?
So it's gonna be an eye opener, but please, just say, don't take it out on any other campus, because it's been a trying year for everybody. Yeah. What's gonna be important is what they're gonna do next year. That's what's gonna be important. And I would highly recommend to the board that you be informed on a monthly basis what's going on.
Any other comments or questions? This is pretty much this week's agenda for the testing.
Yeah, right. I mean, we're just informing you what testing and all that occurred.
Thank you, sir. All right, 3 high school graduates update, Dr. Gonzalez.
It is on page,
That's district copy.
page, I can't,
It's district copy, that one.
You only have it, sir.
oh, I only have it? Well, this is what it says. As of today, our graduate count is 113. So just to let you know, graduation is June the 4th at 7:30. 4 tickets will be given to the students to disseminate, so their family members can attend.
Have the kids picked the speaker?
Actually, I don't know. I need to double check on that.
Have they picked what?
Pick the speaker,
Oh, speaker. What date is it on? Just say.
June the 4th, June the 4th,
June 4th? What time? What time?
7:30.
7:30?
And they decided to go, they didn't consider it in the morning.
They considered, but the invitations were already made. Do you remember, you and I had that conversation? For future purposes, right, because next year it'll work this way. If you think about it this way, if you have morning graduations, at least it's cool. Then they spend the rest of the day with their parents, they barbecue, they do whatever they need to do. And then if you have project graduation, the kids are taken care of at night. But if you continue to have it in the evening, then it's hot like always, right? We'll be facing the sun, and well, it's hot for everybody. I mean, it could be 100 plus that day. And then the kids go home for an hour, half an hour, because now I have to come back to project graduation. I mean, it's a consideration for the following year.
Thank you, sir. Number 9, informational items only. A, district enrollment. Dr. Gonzalez.
On page 54. A slight increase on enrollment. But once again, everybody's coming back next year. I don't know if you heard today, Pfizer has approved from 12 on up. Maybe they should have some type of javelina, take your vaccine for the kids or something.
Yeah.
To try to promote it. This is the way I see it, and I hope some of the football players are watching me. that if you have a COVID case in the middle of the year, then guess what you're gonna do? You're probably gonna have to shut down. So if they wanna be safe and playing, they should get themselves vaccinated.
Ask this question, sir, I mean, is it legal to find out how many staff members have been vaccinated, or it's
And you cannot ask, but the same thing with the staff members.
on a volunteer basis?
Yeah, and the staff members, same thing, be safe. What is the safest way that you can, because what can happen, and we know, is major trauma to the body or even up to death. So hopefully people will heed the warning, and I don't know, in the nation, we might not meet herd immunity, but why not our county, right? So that we can all live like we always have,
Or open school, I mean,
without any masks or anything.
Gonzalez, so that's coming from the governor and TA, that all kids are going to go back to.
Yeah. Even the SR funds that we're gonna be discussing is also tied to making sure the kids come back. So
get ready.
it is coming, it is coming.
Thank you, sir. B, ADA report.
Page 55. Once again, board, what brings in the money?
Kids coming to school.
Attendance. Refine ADA. Now how many kids are enrolled? How many kids are actually sitting down in their seats? Right? So that's gonna bring you the money that you can maximize. How many kids sit in the desk? How many at risk are present? That gives you state comp. How many kids sit on the chair in CTE that brings you money? All of these programs, it's based on attendance.
When does the hold harmless end?
That's a good one.
The new school year?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Right now, the church of whole harmless.
We applied for it, we were doing all the requirements of, which is you had to get 20% of your students in the in-person instruction. We're right there at the cusp of it, so we should be okay, which means we will be held to our 2018 numbers. So it basically makes the attendance move. But you're having to look at attendance as an academic event. And academically, that's where we see the problem, because remember, students fall into three classes. The ones that are going every day, the ones I call the Avesa Cuandos that are coming in once or twice a week, and then the ones that are coming in not at all. And those two last groups are the ones that worry superintendents. Because next year, like Dr. Gonzalez said, everybody's coming in. Those are the two groups that the S3 monies are there for us to do remediation and catch them up.
And the business report starts on page 57. Food service, appraisal district report, police department report, Booster Club financial statements, and legal fees. There were no legal fees this month. I think they're waiting to put those in next month. So in order to avoid storms, you all have a time to look at that at the house, those reports.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, well, if you have any questions on those,
Any questions on the business reports?
or the other report.
Okay, so then we go to D, food service report. All right, E, Zavala County Prison District. Go ahead.
What page is the food service report?
The food service report, page 69.
No way, I mean, I noticed that throughout the year, I mean, I don't know, they have a good approximate, you know, whatever, it's kind of.
It's faded?
You know,
Oh, yeah,
it's very light in
Yeah.
Maybe,
that should not be, I don't know,
así ha salido,
yeah? Constantly?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
They had a big audit to get in. Did they get it in?
Yes. Yeah. Not, more clarification, more than audit.
Zavala County Prison District.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
so we're gonna work for 98%? Because that's the other thing that we have to depend on, right? Attendance and collection rate, right?
Any comments or questions for Ms. Serrero over there? Thank you, ma'am. All right, moving on to the Fcc ISD Police Report. Comments, questions on that one? Sir, statement,
I believe,
separate?
yeah, it's separate here.
No.
So Mr. Churchill, we're talking about booster. The booster, the athletic booster club did approach me that they would like to use the football field for flag football to raise funds. And I was told that I had to bring it to the board for approval. So I'll talk to Mr. Churchill about kind of the agreement that we settled in, so that Mr. Churchill can bring it to you for approval.
All right, H, legal fees.
Like I told you, no legal fees this month.
All right, number 10, closed session. The Board of Trustees will meet in closed session as authorized under the Texas Government Code, sections 551.071 and 551.074 of the Open Meetings Act. Time is